Hi, Alice here, Saint Artist. How are you all doing today? I already did my morning routine. I put my sunscreen on and already have my eye makeup on. I did a tutorial earlier today with just my eye look. So today I'm going to show you how Saint cream makeup, how it works for me. So, quick question. I have the curly look today, so let me know. Curly or not curly? Straight or should I leave it curly? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it out of my face. It's going to look a little crazy. Hopefully it won't frizz, because that's what happens with curly hair. Alright, let's get started. What I like to do first is I like to color correct. And when you are ready to jump in and give Saint a try, it's going to be different. For what works for me is going to be different for you. For what color, what my main shade is not going to be your main shade. What my highlight shade is not going to be your highlight shade. Everybody's skin tone is different. Everybody has warm, cool undertones. So when you send me a selfie, what you're going to do is you're going to stand in front of an open window, blinds up, over light, lights off, natural lighting. You're going to send me a photo with no makeup, no ring light, and I will color match you. Just to let you know, nobody's going to see that photo but me. Okay, so it's not going to be blasted on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, nowhere. So it's just for my purposes to look at what is needed. What are you wanting for your skin? Do you want to color correct, or do you have a flawless complexion where you just need a main shade, a highlight, and contour, bronzer, or maybe not even a contour, maybe just a bronzer, or maybe just that's what the beauty about Saint makeup is. You get what works for you. I have all these because I'm a Saint artist, so I show people what Saint is all about and what it can do for you. So, but that doesn't mean you need to get everything. You only get what works for you. If you want a small palette and you're not a makeup kind of a gal, I am. I love makeup. And you're just more of a very minimal makeup and you want just the 4 or 5 shades, or maybe just depending on how I color match you. If that's all you want, then that's all you need. But yeah, when you're ready, give me, like I said, send me a makeup free selfie and I will get you started and get you color matched. No obligations. It's a free color match, so even if you just want to see what color is going to work for you and think about it later, or if you decide not to do it at all, that's okay too. No pressure. I'm not that kind of a consultant that's going to be I'm going to send you your free color match and then I'm going to be calling you or sending you messages, bugging you. That's not me. So what I'll do is I'll send you my recommendations and leave you alone. So when you decide that you want to start on the Saint journey with me, and trust me, you're gonna love it. Your skin is gonna go through a transition, because everybody does, because you're used to putting all this makeup on with your traditional over-the-counter makeup, because their makeup is only, I want to say, 18%, has 18% pigmentation. Saint has 80. So a little goes a long ways. You do not need to pack this makeup on. And that's the first thing, that when you first get your makeup, because I did it, because I was used to the over-the-counter makeup and just piling it on there. So you when you first start, you want to start out with very little, and then if you want more coverage, then build it up. But when you're ready, let me know and we can make this happen. So let's get ready. So what I do first, I am going to color correct. And like I said, my color correcting is different than what your color correcting is going to be. If you don't need color correcting, then I won't recommend that. But what I'm going to do, because, excuse me, I have, excuse me, so sorry. I have hyperpigmentation, and I like to cover that. So I have it here, here, and here. So I'm going to color correct. I'm just going to dab. And then I'm just going to cover over where I have my hyperpigmentation. Very little, because I just dabbed. Because I'm going to be putting my main shade over that as well. So you do not want to just pile it on there, because we're just going to color correct. And you got to remember, this makeup, everything is coverage. So stipple, stipple, stipple. I have hyperpigmentation right here. My friends got stuff going on. I mean, it's getting better. It used to be like really out there, but I've been treating it, and it's so much better. Okay. There you go. What I like to do next is I like to put my contour. And the contour that I'm using today is Cedar. So I'm going to put my contour on. And I'm just pouncing because this is more dense. The contour is more dense. So I want it to show. So what you're going to do is contour is going to show where your natural shadow is. So you have words are hard. Natural shadow on your cheekbones. And if you have a bigger forehead and you want it to make it look smaller, you're going to put contour up here. I have a smaller forehead, but I still like to contour my forehead. If you have jowls going on, or if you have double chins going on, a natural shadow right here by your jawline, you want to put that there as well. So what I do is I start right here, and you're going to put it right by your cheekbone. Okay, and you don't want to go past the pupil of your eye. And I am just pouncing right there. Not swiping. I am pouncing. But on my forehead, like I said, I have a small forehead, but I still like to contour my forehead. I have stuff going on here, so I like to contour right below my jawline, because I got stuff going on here too, and I want it to look like a natural shadow. So what I do is I just place it here, get a little bit more right here. And what I do is I let it warm up to my skin. Okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and put my main shade on. My main shade, which I just came out with. I am so sorry. I got a frog in my throat. Of course, always. Is Hazel. I love this color. I feel like they made this just for me. Because before I was using mango, and it was just too orange on me. But I love this color, so because I ran out, and so what I was doing, I was mixing mango and sandy together to get my main shade, just so I could get by until my hazel came in. But I love this color. So I'm just pouncing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here and bring it in. So sorry. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to stipple, because I'm just placing it right now. And that is just my main shade. I like to put it here. I place it here. I go right on the outer part of my nose. Okay, now I'm going to use my highlight. Highlight is where you want to look the brightest. Some people put it under their eyes. I do not. My son's trying to get in here, and he doesn't realize I'm recording that he's going to be on here, so just ignore him. So anyway, my highlight that I use is Sandy. This is what a color that I use as my highlight. And I only put, because the only place I want to look brighter is right here between my brows, down the middle of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. I do not put it under my eyes because I got stuff going on there. And I use something different. I use dimming under my eyes. Because if I put cream foundation under my eyes, it just shows my fine lines and wrinkles, and I don't like that. But this is the area where I like to look the brightest. So now that I have my main shade and my brightener on, what I'm going to do is then I'm going to go ahead and start blending. So I don't swipe, I just stipple. And I'm going to blend this out. And what I do is I start with my main shade first. And you see that I'm not even going over where I just put my contour, because that is going to be next. So I'm just blending everything out. I also, whatever is left on my brush, I put it right here by my temples. Because I don't have a lot of stuff going on there, so I don't need coverage there. I do the side of my nose. And then I start with my highlight, and I marry those two in. Down my nose. Stipple, 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 because I don't want to remove my, when I was color correcting for my hyperpigmentation. I go up a little bit right here, but I don't go completely under my eye, just right here. Because what I'm going to show you what I do later for under my eyes, I use demi. But there you go. I'm all blended in. So next what I'm going to do, what I like to do is, and this is, oh gosh, I can't remember, but this is a double-ended brush that I use, and I want to say this is a blending brush. I could be wrong. There's so many different names for these brushes, but I love this one right here. So I'm going to use my, I just put my contour on. So now I'm going to use, if I can get this out, it's stuck under here, bronzer. And what I'm using for my bronzer right now is High Tide. That one's a newer one as well. So I'm going to use the bigger end of this brush here, and going to start here, and I'm just going to tap, 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 and I'm going to swipe up. We do not want to, when you have mature skin, you do not want to bring it down. That's just going to bring your cheekbone area down and take away that brightness, and you don't want to do that. You want to swipe up toward your hairline. So I'm going to stipple, 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 and go up. I like to put it here as well. And then I'm going to blend it in with the contour. Bring it, you do not want to the older we get, we start to get hollow right here. And you do not want to put any contour or bronzer right in this area. This is the area where you want to look the brightest. So what I do is I go up towards my hairline and I stop right there. And if I feel like I need to look a little bit more brighter, if I've removed it, I'll just go get my brush that I used earlier. This is the, oh, I'm sorry. This is a 3D brush that I used. So I want to, so if I, just in case I got a little carried away with the contour and the bronzer, I'll just go over what I did with the little bit I have left on my brush and blend it in. So that's what I do. Blend, blend, blend. And don't forget under your neck, because for some reason sometimes I do that and I'll walk out and I'm like, I didn't blend under here. So what I like to do is I take my bronzer, bring it up towards my ear, and bring it down my neck. You don't need to be pouncing really hard. All I'm doing is swiping and swirling and bringing it down. Because a lot of times your neck is lighter than your complexion. But that's all you do here. Okay. Under my eyes, I use Demi. And it works for me. Like I told you, I do not like to put the cream foundation under my eyes because it just settles under my fine lines and wrinkles. So what I'm doing, what works for me, and like I said, it might be different for you depending on what is your needs. If you have any issue under your eyes, you may not. If you don't have any issues under your eyes and the cream foundation works for you, then you do you, boo. Because whatever works for your complexion, what's going on with you, that's what you want to use. Just because I use Demi and you don't need Demi, you don't have any discoloration under your eyes, you do not have any issues going on under your eyes, then don't use Demi. Use the cream foundation. But if Demi works for you, give it a try and you just might fall in love with it, because I have. Before I put anything under my eyes, see, and I already forgot, this is new. And this right here helps with the dryness under my eyes. It is the balm. I put this, and they have one that has a smell. I think it's a peach smell, but I haven't got that one. But you can tell I've been using this. But I use very little, and I just press under my eye before I put anything under my eyes. And this helps my makeup stay so crease free all day. So I put that on first. Let it sit for a minute. Pop that back in there. All right. I'm going to use, where is that brush? I'm going to put my Demi on. I know I just had it on my hand. There's this one. Okay. This is, I believe, the detail brush. I'm bad with these names. But anyway, I like using this one because it's smaller, but it's a little bit fuller. And so I can cover right here where this trough area is and bring it over. So what I'm using, what works for me under my eyes, is the Demi 03. That's what I use under my eyes. So I'm going to use very little. And what I do is I see when I look down, you're going to see this darkness right here. So what I do is I start here by the trough area and I work my way up and over. All the way to almost the end of my eye. I flip it over and I blend it. I'm going to do the other eye. I'm going to start here by my trough, work my way up and over. Then I'm going to stipple, 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 and blend it out. I'm patting it in. Okay, I have sunspots, and what works for me, once again, I know I keep saying that, but like I said, everybody's different. That's why we do a color match. So we analyze your skin and what we feel like is going to work for you, then we'll recommend whether it's demi or if it's just the cream foundation. But what works for my sunspots is the OY1. I use that for my sunspots, and I use the detail brush because it's very small, and you're not going to put this all over. You're only going to put this where you have sunspots, which I have right here. I mean, very little, but they bother me. So I mean, if you have something going on and it bothers you, because you're doing this for you. You're not doing this for Joe Blow. You're not doing this for your husband or the lady down the street or the lady at work. You're putting makeup on to make you feel good, make you feel beautiful. And if it helps you to cover that little tiny spot right there, then I'm going to do it. Then I flip it over and I pat, pat, pat. I have one going on here, which you guys probably don't even see, but I do. And right here. Okay. I also put the 03 right here. And right here have sunspots. Flip it over, pat, pat, pat. There you go. The next thing I like to do is I like to bring brightness under my eyes, and I use demi as well for that. And what I use to bring brightness under my eyes is I use the V1. I use the V1. Let's see. Wipe this off. I'm going to tap, tap, tap. And I'm just going to put it right here, because this is where I want brightness under my eyes, and bring it up a little bit. And then pat it in. Just right here. And pat it in. And it brightens that area, just that area. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of the Q4 shades came in, and I got them. Let's see, what do I want to try? Let's see, you know what I'm going to try? today is I'm going to put Tango on. I'm going to use Tango also with Tiny Dancer. There's Tiny Dancer, and this is Tango. Pretty. All right. So let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna put Tango on first. Just right above where I put my contour and bronzer, and bring it up. That is so pretty. I'm not going all the way up because I do not want that to look dark. I want that to look light, because that's where we start to hollow. What do you think? That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Like I said, you know what, ladies? I am a makeup kind of gal, so I love playing with makeup. I love putting on makeup. I'm a full face kind of gal, so it just works for me. Okay, what am I going to do next? I'm going to use Tiny Dancer. Let me get a different brush here, sorry. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this brush right here. I'm going to use the smaller end of this with Tiny Dancer, and I'm just going to tap, tap, tap in a little bit. And I'm going to put it right here above where I put Tango. Right above. My mirror's moving around. Sorry about that. Right here. There you go. What do you think? I love it. I mean, I think they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, almost done. I know this has been a long video. What I like to use is I like to use our illuminator. My favorite illuminator, which you can tell, look at that, you can tell I've been digging in that one, is, these prints are so tiny. I can't read this for the life of me. Rose gold. It took me a minute, but I got it. Rose gold. You think I would remember that because it's the very first one that I got. But I'm just going to tap into that a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right here. I like to put it here on my Cupid's bow. And I forgot to tell you, I like to contour my nose, but I contour my nose when I'm completely done with all my makeup. I don't like to put the contour and then blend it in. I blend it in after. So I don't add any more makeup. I just use what's on this brush. So what I do is I stipple, stipple, stipple the side of my nose and up towards my brow. Because I don't like it to look too dark. But I love a contoured nose. But that's all I do. Like I said, I just use what's on my left on my brush. Then I go with the illuminator and I go down the center of my nose, on the tip of my nose, my Cupid's bow again, and that's it. Almost done. I just wanted to show you everything that I do. I know this is like not a full, this is a full face look. It was supposed to be like a everyday quick out the door, but it didn't turn out that way. But I love makeup. I love playing with makeup. That's my thing. Okay, I am done for now. I will put my lip and color on, And I used something else for my lip color. So, but what I'm going to do, this is a Mary Kay product. I use this as my lip liner. Let me just put some lips on really quick. I love lip liner. You will never catch me without lip liner. I'm not going to go any crazy color today. Just a real simple color. So this also is a Mary Kay lip gloss. I use a lip gloss today since it's... Where are you guys located at? I'm here in California and it's still in the mid-90s here. I mean, I am so ready for fall. Come on, bring it on. I'm telling you. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready. I changed my mind. I'm going to use this color instead. Lip gloss. Since I have the browns on today. All right. Got my lips on. Then what I do, like I told you, I'll be totally honest with you guys. The Seint setting spray is too much for me. I like to put a setting spray on that's going to make my makeup stay all day, and I'm not the type of person that will go in there and want to touch up a couple hours. I put my makeup on in the morning and call it a day, and that's it. So what I use and what works for me is the Urban Decay, the all-nighter. This is what I'm using right now. Works for me. So what I do is I spray the tip of the sponge to, what's this called? Perfector sponge. I'm just going to spray the tip of this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to set under my eyes. Oh, I set right here by my nose, because that's where I don't want my makeup to settle. And then I'll do is I'll spray my whole entire face. Let that dry a little bit. I will take the setting powder while my face is still damp a little bit. I'll just let it dry a little bit. I don't like to go over powder when it's still a little bit too damp. And that's where I use the brush and the blush and bronzer brush, and I use the bigger end. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm just going to put powder where I don't want to be too dewy, because I love a dewy look on my neck. But there you go. This is my face. This is my full face of Seint. What do you think? Sorry it took so long. Normally it would not take as long, but I was talking about this crazy hair of mine. What do you guys think of these curlies? I know it looks a little frizzy, but anyway, let me know. What do you think? Do you want to give the Seint makeup a try? And if you do, like I said, send me a selfie with no makeup and we can make this happen. Also, let me know, what do you think about these curlies? Curly or straight? Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a fabulous day. If you could do me a favor, like and subscribe, and I will be talking to you guys later. Have a great, fabulous day. Bye.